Listen carefully. You don't need more motivation. You need mental conditioning. You don't need hype. You don't need applause. You don't need another productivity trick that makes you feel powerful for 10 minutes and weak for the rest of the day. You need structure. You need pressure. You need a white room inside your own mind, not a physical space with white walls and cold lights. A psychological environment where excuses are not entertained, where emotions are observed but not obeyed, where weakness is not comforted, it is corrected. That is what separated Ayanokoji from everyone else. It wasn't talent, it wasn't luck, it wasn't destiny, it was conditioning. While others were raised with comfort, he was raised with standards. While others chased feelings, he chased control. While others reacted, he calculated. And if you want to become dangerous in silence, if you want to walk into any room without insecurity leaking from your posture, if you want to dominate situations without shouting, then you must train your mind the same way. Right now, your biggest weakness isn't lack of ability. It's emotional dependency. You wait to feel motivated. You wait to feel confident. You wait to feel ready. The white room removes that dependency. Emotion becomes a variable, not a master. When you feel lazy, you move anyway. When you feel tired, you execute anyway. When you feel doubt, you continue anyway. Because feelings are temporary. Standards are permanent. Most people wake up and ask themselves, how do I feel today? Elite minds ask, what must be done today? That small shift changes everything. If you only act when you feel good, you will always be average. Because life doesn't care about your mood. Your competition is working while you negotiate with your emotions. Train yourself to separate feeling from function. You are not your mood. You are your decisions. Another weakness you carry is overstimulation. Notifications, scrolling, constant noise, endless comparison. Your brain is drowning in distraction. The white room stripped away everything unnecessary. No social validation, no entertainment, no external comfort. Just focus. You don't need to live in isolation forever, but you must practice it daily. Sit in silence for 1 hour. No phone, no music, no background noise. Just you and your thoughts. At first, you will feel restless. That restlessness is addiction leaving your system. Your mind has been trained to crave stimulation. Silence exposes weakness, and that's why most people avoid it. But clarity lives in silence. When you remove noise, you begin to see patterns. You begin to understand yourself. You begin to notice your own excuses. That awareness is power. Ayanokoji rarely reacts immediately. He watches, he listens, he collects information. While others explode emotionally, he remains still. That stillness is not weakness, it's control. Every time you react instantly, you give away power. Someone insults you, you defend yourself emotionally. Someone doubts you, you argue. Someone provokes you, you lash out. Reaction is submission. Control is dominance. Start practicing delayed response. When triggered, pause. Breathe. Observe the situation like a third person. Ask yourself, what is the optimal move here? Not, how do I defend my ego? Your ego is fragile. Your strategy must not be. The white room also trained resilience through pressure. Not comfort, not rewards. Pressure. You only discover your real strength when comfort disappears. Right now, you train only when it's convenient. You study when inspired. You work out when energetic. You focus when nothing distracts you. That's not discipline. That's dependency. Train under discomfort. Wake up earlier than you want to. Finish tasks when you're mentally tired. Take cold showers when your body resists. Have difficult conversations instead of avoiding them. Each time you move toward discomfort, you build authority over yourself. Authority over yourself is the highest form of power. Most people want control over others, but they can't even control their own impulses. The white room mindset starts internally. Another weakness that must die is your need for validation. You want respect. You want recognition. You want people to notice your growth. Why? If your work is strong, it will speak. If your character is solid, it will show. If your presence is powerful, it will be felt. Seeking validation makes you predictable. When you stop performing for attention, you start performing for mastery. Ayanokoji doesn't need applause. He doesn't chase popularity. He doesn't explain himself unnecessarily. He knows his value. Do you, or does your confidence depend on how others treat you? If someone ignores you, does your energy drop? If someone criticizes you, does your mood collapse? That means your identity is externally controlled, and external control is weakness. Detach. Do the work. Improve the skill. Strengthen the body. Sharpen the mind. Let results speak later. Silence now. Dominance later. Strategy is another pillar of the White Room. Raw effort without thinking is inefficient. Working hard is common. Working precisely is rare. Observe people. Who talks too much? Who hides insecurity behind arrogance? Who seeks approval in every sentence? Who moves with confidence even when quiet? Study behavior. Understand psychology. Information is leverage. When you understand patterns, you predict outcomes. And when you predict outcomes, you control direction. But before analyzing others, analyze yourself. Where do you lose discipline? When do you procrastinate? What triggers your weakness? Be ruthless in self-assessment. Excuses must not survive in your mental White Room. You are not a victim of circumstances. You are a product of repeated decisions. Yes, life is unfair. Yes, people get advantages. Yes, some start ahead. Irrelevant. Complaining changes nothing. Adapting changes everything. Focus only on what you control. Effort, preparation, reaction, learning speed. Ignore what you cannot control. That's how you stay stable in chaos. Mental endurance is another weapon. Can you focus deeply for 2 hours without touching your phone? Can you read and actually absorb information? Can you train your body when exhausted? Endurance is built through repetition. Boring repetition. That's why most people quit. They need excitement. They need dopamine. They need novelty. But mastery is repetitive. Do the same foundational actions daily. Improve slightly. Refine slightly. Adjust slightly. Small gains, repeated relentlessly, create massive difference. Emotional neutrality is another trait you must develop. Stop swinging between extremes. Stop celebrating like you've won the war after one small victory. Stop collapsing like everything is over after one small failure. Stay stable, calm in success, calm in defeat. Your emotions should not control your direction. When you win, analyze why. When you lose, analyze why. No drama, just data. That's how you grow quickly. And finally, build structure. The White Room wasn't random. It was engineered. Your life must be engineered too. Set fixed wake-up times. Set non-negotiable training hours. Set focused study blocks. Set strict boundaries on distractions. Remove randomness. Chaos destroys weak minds. Structure strengthens strong ones. At first, discipline will feel restrictive. Later, it will feel like freedom. Because when you are disciplined, you don't negotiate with yourself. You execute. And execution builds confidence. Real confidence doesn't come from compliments. It comes from keeping promises to yourself. Each time you say you will do something, and you do it, you become stronger internally. Each time you break your own word, you weaken your identity. The White Room built identity through consistency. You must do the same. You don't need to become emotionless. You need to become controlled. You don't need to isolate from the world forever. You need periods of intentional isolation. You don't need to manipulate people. You need to understand human behavior. You don't need to suppress feelings. You need to prevent feelings from controlling outcomes. This is not about becoming cold. It's about becoming composed. In a world addicted to attention, be silent. In a world addicted to comfort, seek challenge. In a world addicted to validation, seek mastery. Most people will never do this. Because it's uncomfortable. Because it requires accountability. Because it demands discipline every single day. But if you do, you will move differently. Your presence will feel heavier. Your words will carry weight. Your reactions will slow. Your decisions will sharpen. People won't understand you. They don't need to. You're not building popularity. You're building power. The White Room was never about cruelty. It was about control. And control begins the moment you stop being controlled by impulse, distraction, and emotion. So ask yourself honestly, are you training your mind? Or are you entertaining it? Are you building discipline? Or are you chasing temporary motivation? Are you designing your life strategically? Or are you drifting through it emotionally? Create your own White Room. Inside your habits, inside your schedule, inside your standards. Silence the noise, sharpen your focus, execute without drama, and one day, while others are still explaining why they can't, you will simply be winning. Quietly. Consistently. Unshakably.